Hi guys, so today I want to share with you a quick story of how we named the twins. If it's your first time on my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, my name is Rati. I have identical twin girls that are super duper cute. They're currently 17 months old and their names are Leona and Loretta. So for us, the name search officially began when we found out the sexes of the babies, and that was like in the middle of the second trimester. And what we did was first talk about the criteria, what was important and what was not important when it came to finding the names. And that helped us a lot to cut down on the names. So for us, what was not important was finding matching rhyming names. The fact that their names both start with L is just pure coincidence. But what was important to us was finding sober, short, timeless names. So by timeless, I mean not a trend name that would not make sense in about 20 years, because the girls have to live with the names for the rest of their lives. And what I mean by sober and clean is, names that are easy to pronounce and say. We have a multicultural situation going on around here. So I come from Zimbabwe. Tristan comes from France, and we're currently living in Germany. And I wanted names that are easy to say for everybody. Like when I go home, I don't want people to be looking at me like, what, how do you say that name? Or here in Germany that people can't pronounce the name, or when we're in France, you know what, because bullying based on names is real, guys, and you need to think about that when you name your children. Sometimes you might have names that sound cool in your head, and then you forget that the kids have to live with the name. So that was important to us, and I think we did a pretty good job, because Leona and Loretta, they're short, they're easy to say, and I think even the aliens in space can say those names. And so the next criteria was important mostly to me than to Tristan. I am not superstitious or anything like that, but I believe that names speak into one's life, and so I wanted names that have a good meaning, names that speak positivity in the girls' lives, and names that just have a positive vibe following the girls. So Leona means lion in Italian, and a lion is the king of the jungle. A lion stands for royalty, courage, prestige, and all that good stuff. And Loretta means bay leaves, basically means bay leaves in Greek. And bay leaves stand for wisdom and achievement. In the ancient times, high achievers, noblemen used to be crowned with the crown of bay leaves. And that stood for wisdom and achievement, like I just said. And it's still, a symbol of wisdom and achievement to this day. In some countries, on the master's degrees, they have the crown of bay leaves on it. And so I just, besides the sound of the names, I really fell in love with the meanings of the names. And I believe my girls are going to be high achievers. They're going to be, the king and queens of this world one day. So, okay. After we got those criterias down, the fun and games began. So we had literally this piece of paper sit on our dining room table from the second trimester all the way to the end. And what we did was, if any one of us came up with a name, we would write it down on the piece of paper. And I counted the names. We have, I think, 22 names that made it on this list. So it was not easy at all to find names. And so let's say, for example, if I wrote down a name and then Tristan came from work and he would see, oh, there's a new name, then he could just decide, okay, is this a name I like? Sometimes it was like, nope, right away, just cross it out, or okay, we can think about it. And so we cut down the names until we ended up with the names that we liked. And I can share with you some names that were on the list that, now I look at this list and I think, oh my God, we could have called one of the girls, let's see, Giselle. Like, I don't see a Giselle in this household, with the girls. Like, their names are so perfect for them. Or we could have called Chloe. Okay, I'm not going to continue to read the names, because I have a feeling when we have another child, we might just refer back to this list and I'm definitely gonna keep it. Like, we could have had apparently this is a popular French name, Manon. It sounds nice, but I don't see a Manon in this household. Maybe the next child would be called Manon, who knows. So yeah, that is how we basically named the girls. Let me know what you guys went through when you named your children, or how it was. Actually, yeah, I forgot. We were actually searching for one name, because there was one name that I absolutely wanted. Like, when I found out I was pregnant, before I even knew we were having twins, before I even knew the sexes, I definitely wanted a girl. And I had my girl name ready, and that was Leona. I wanted that name, and it was already reserved. So when we found out, so that name was already set, like, and Tristan loved it, you know, when I mentioned it the first time. So that name was already decided. So we were searching basically for the second name, which is Loretta, and it was already difficult. Now, I can imagine if you're having twins and you have to search for 2 names, I'm sure we would have had 100 names on this list. So let me know in the comments down below how you guys chose your names. Did you have names already set out before you were pregnant, or when you found out the sexes, or was it tough deciding on names? Did you get into arguments about the names, stuff like that? Okay, so guys, thank you very much for watching my video, and make sure you watch my other videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram, because I share a lot of pictures there of what we do on a daily or weekly basis. So guys, have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.